Tonight, find out about the J School Halls ranking.
Plus, see which Troy students had a small glimpse at stardom. Stay tuned for Trojan Vision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy Trojan Vision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy Trojan Vision News for January 9th, 2015. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Xavier Harris. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Troy University's Hall School of Journalism and Communication is one of the top journalism schools in the nation. A recent survey of professionals and educators listed Troy's J School in the top 10 for journalism schools in the nation. On December 15th, the Radio, Television, Digital News Association released a national ranking of the top 20 journalism schools in the nation. The Hall School of Journalism and Communication was ranked 6th in the nation, coming in just below Northwestern, Syracuse, and Columbia universities. The Hall School also ranked above major universities in Boston, New York, and Indiana. Trojan Vision Student News Director Jordan Elston tells us why she chose Troy University for her journalistic education.
When I came for Impact and I really got to talk to people about it, and I got to, experience some stuff firsthand, I realized that everybody just seemed super nice and they were encouraging me to come down here, and I'm really glad that I made the decision because the journalism school has just taught me so much.
The Hall School continues to benefit Troy University students past, present, and future. Public Relations major Rhonda Norris tells us why she feels prepared to enter the workforce after graduation.
The one thing I'm not worried about is finding a job, because I know that my skill set that I'm leaving with Troy University is very much respected and in demand. I have refined my skill search in LinkedIn, and I'm finding that all of the applications sent my way, I'm completely comfortable at applying for those jobs and knowing that I can walk in and take care of everything on that job description.
The RTDNA has established the Hall School as one of the nation's elite. Hall School Director Dr. Jeff Spurlock tells us what he thinks sets the department above the rest.
Being proficient and having that experience, that hands-on experience that we provide for our students, you can't match. And a lot of the schools in the country have fantastic programs, but they don't have the hands-on that we do. That's why we're ranked number 6 in the nation.
This was the first time the Hall School of Journalism and Communication was listed among schools in the survey.
Last summer, the film Selma was shot in Montgomery and Selma areas, giving some local residents a chance to appear on the big screen. The movie opens this weekend, and Samantha Kokan talks to some students who had the chance to have a small role in the movie.
They use their power to keep us voiceless.
The movie Selma opens in theaters this weekend. The film about the Selma to Montgomery March was shot in Alabama last year, and many Alabamians had the chance to be a part of the filmmaking process, including some Troy University students. I had a chance to talk with a pair of students who were extras in the film, and they share what it was like to be a part of the production.
Well, it was really fun being able to wear a jacket in the middle of June, but it was really fun just being able to sit there and see how a movie was made, seeing the backside of it.
The experience was great. I really enjoyed myself, and I would do it all over again if I had the opportunity. Now that I have that experience, I'm actually looking forward to doing more roles, even maybe some bigger roles.
So, how do you get to be a part of a Hollywood movie? For DeBose and Enzi, it was as simple as watching TV or logging onto Facebook.
This is my first time doing extra work. I actually was watching the news, and WSFA had said that they were having a casting call for the movie.
Well, first where I heard from it was actually on Facebook. It was one of those simple Facebook ads, and just went, oh, that could be cool. Then WSFA kind of compounded the fact when I saw they had a big open call for it, and I went, yeah, I'll go for it.
For both students, this is the first time they have been a part of something like this, and they tell us about what they learned in the filmmaking process.
To be patient, because it was a long process, and some days it got hard, but it was really worth it. It was always worth it. So
it was really cool just seeing how everybody goes around and makes everything work together. It was just very neat to see that side of everything, how they put everything together.
And one student who was not in the movie says he's just excited to see a major part of Alabama history on the big screen.
Alabama history is a big part of the elementary school curriculum. And so having grown up in Alabama and going through that class in, I think, 4th grade, it's a big part of Alabama history not to forget, and also to keep understanding and keep learning about where we come from and how we've gotten to the point that we are today.
The movie Selma has been playing in select cities. However, this weekend you can catch all the action in a theater near you. Samantha Cocan, Troy, TrojanVision News.
If you want an opportunity to see DeBose and Enzi on the big screen locally, Selma is being shown in Troy at the Centennial Cinemas. As most college students know, it can sometimes be hard to get along with your roommate.
That's right, Xavier, and an upcoming production by Troy Department of Theater and Dance brings one of Broadway's most famous roommate rivalries to life on the Trojan Center stage. Victoria Bailey gives us a preview.
With the new semester beginning, most students have been preparing for classes to start. However, the Theater and Dance Department have been preparing for a premiere.
The first play of the semester is known as The Odd Couple. It's about two divorced men who become roommates and try and figure things out. One cast member tells us exactly what participating in this play means to him.
I've always been interested in theater since high school, and when auditions came around at the beginning of the fall semester, they said one of our plays is going to be the musical, which was Little Shop of Horrors, and the other play would be the comedy, The Odd Couple, and I've always loved comedy, so I went for it, and luckily I was chosen.
The theater department will continue rehearsals throughout the beginning of January, and one cast member tells us exactly how we can attend the show.
Tickets are $10, $5 for a student if you have a student ID. Box office is right up top in Trojan Center. And actually, they're already selling online, so if you go to the Troy Theater website, you can find it on Vendini online.
For additional information about tickets, times, and location, please visit troytheater.org. I'm Victoria Bailey, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The show opens January 21st. We'll learn more about the production later in the show during Trojan Talk.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Gadsden, prosecutors and defense lawyers say that they're ready after 3 years to begin the trial of an Alabama grandmother charged in the running death of her 9-year-old granddaughter. Etowah County Circuit Judge William Ogletree says attorney can begin qualifying hundreds of potential jurors February 17th for the trial of 49-year-old Joyce Garrett of Boaz. Garrett says she's innocent. She faces possible death sentences if convicted.
And out of Mobile, a father has been sentenced to death for the 2010 killing of his 4-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son. Mobile Circuit Judge Rick Stout on Thursday sentenced John DeBlaze to death, upholding jurors' recommendation. The body of 4-year-old Natalie was found near Citronelle, Alabama, and 3-year-old Chase's body was found near Van Cleve, Mississippi. DeBlaze on Thursday asked the judge to spare his life, saying he did not kill his children.
And out of Montgomery, state troopers investigated more traffic fatalities during the recent Christmas and New Year's holiday period than they did a year ago. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says its officers investigated 19 traffic deaths between December 19th and January 2nd. That's 17 up from the holiday period a year ago. The traffic deaths included 15 drivers, 2 passengers, and 2 pedestrians. The department says only 7 of the individuals killed in vehicles were using seatbelts. One of the victims included an unrestrained 2-month-old child. Still to come on Troy TrojanVision News, the basketball team hits the road for a conference matchup. Amy Austin will have more details when she joins us in sports.
Plus, find out some healthy foods that are also tasty for your kids.
A new study shows one way you can get your kids to eat healthier: cooking classes. I'm Wendy Gillette in New York City. I'll have the story coming up.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you. I don't wanna wait for all night.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision News.
The women's basketball team is looking to extend its winning streak to 3 games. The Trojans head to Atlanta, Georgia to take on Georgia State in a conference matchup. The Panthers are currently 2-2 in conference play, while Troy sits at 2-1. The Trojans are 4th in the conference, and Georgia State comes in 2 spots behind them at 6th. But head coach Chanda Rigby knows it is going to be a tough game playing on the Panthers' home turf.
Georgia State has an excellent post player, Brittany Logan. She's about 6'4", 6'5", is very strong, very good scorer. She's a senior veteran. They also have very good guards. They're a well-rounded team as well. It's a very tough place to play at Georgia State as well. It's a different kind of place to play.
The Trojans will take the court against the Panthers tomorrow at 11 a.m. After its first conference win, the men's basketball team is looking to add another win to the record. The team will take on the Georgia State Panthers in Atlanta this weekend. Georgia State currently has a 9-6 overall record and a 2-1 conference record. Troy is 6-6 on the season and 1-2 in conference play. The Panthers are 5th in the conference, 3 spots above Troy, who sits at 8th. And assistant coach Mike Worley said Troy will have to play tight defensively in order to beat Georgia State.
They'll be a team that has really made their mark with transfers. We'll have to play well defensively, and they'll play zone most of the game, and we'll have to play well to beat them there.
The men will take on Georgia State tomorrow with tip-off at 1 p.m. And while football season is still months away, the non-conference schedule has been finalized for the upcoming years. Austin Peay and Presbyterian have been added to the lineup for the 2016 and 2018 seasons. Troy will play host to Austin Peay in 2016 season, and then Presbyterian will come to Troy in 2018. The 2015 season non-conference games include Charleston Southern at Troy, then Troy will head to Mississippi State, North Carolina State, and Wisconsin.